of our birth. No division in the beginning, no rich man and no king winning. Only people hand in hand, living from Jah's holy plan. Morning sun upon the grass, teach us that all things shall pass. Yet the spirit never dies, like the moon and stars arise. Songs from the old savannah echo through eternity. Songs from the old savannah calling every family. Hear the drum and hear the reason, hear the truth beyond the season. Songs from the old savannah, Jah write them in humanity. Babylon may build its towers, measure wealth and count its powers, but the earth still softly sings of greater and eternal things. Listen to the ancient breeze moving through the sacred trees. Every leaf a living page written long before this age. Children of the north and south, truth still flowing from Jah mouth. Every color, every face, born from one amazing grace. One blood, one river, one earth forever, one sun shining bright through the longest night. One love, one nation, one Jah creation, no border can divide what Jah placed inside. Songs from the old savannah echo through eternity. Songs from the old savannah calling every family. Hear the drum and hear the reason, hear the truth beyond the season. Songs from the old savannah, Jah write them in humanity. Hear the shepherd's distant song, teaching right from teaching wrong. Hear the children laugh and play as the sun begins to fade. Though the centuries may roll, ancient wisdom guard the soul. From the valleys to the sea, Jah preserve the memory. So remember where we start, keep the truth within your heart. For the old savannah knows the seed of love forever grows. From the old savannah, the first drum still beating. From the old savannah, the first song still singing. From the old savannah, Jah light still shining. One people, one family, one destiny. Jah Rastafari forevermore. Yeah, 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 yeah. When the ancestors spoke, hear them calling through the ages, hear them chanting through the wind. From the hills and from the valleys, ancient voices rise again. Oh Jah, guide I and I. When the ancestors spoke, the river stood still, the mountains listened according to Jah will. No books in their hands, yet wisdom they know. Reading the stars where the cool winds blow. Around the sacred fire, was their heartbeat, the earth was their guide. The lion and the eagle walked closely by their side. No walls between nations, no hatred in the soul. Every tribe together, moving toward one goal. The moon marked the seasons, the sun blessed the day, and gratitude to Jah was the first thing they would say. The forests were respected, the rivers running free, every living creature part of one family. Yeah, when the ancestors spoke, the people found direction. Oh, when the ancestors spoke, there was peace and protection. Hear the voice of yesterday, still shining on today. When the ancestors spoke, Jah showed the righteous way. Now Babylon is shouting, trying to drown the sound, but truth cannot be buried deep beneath the ground. The old ones still whisper through every rustling tree, calling all the children to live in harmony. They say, protect the poor, they say, respect the earth, they say, remember always the greatness of your worth. They say, walk with courage, they say, stand for what is right. They say, trust in Jah forever through every darkest night. Hear the drum beat calling from afar, hear the wisdom traveling like a star, hear the voice there crossing every sea, ancient words of freedom for all humanity. The baobab remembers, the savannah knows the tale. The winds of generations carry it without fail. The children yet unborn will hear the message too. As long as Jah light shines, the truth shall still break through. The ancestors are speaking, not from death but from life, teaching us compassion beyond division and strife. Their legacy is living in every righteous deed, in every hand that helps another, in every planted seed. When the ancestors spoke, the people found direction. Hey, when the ancestors spoke, there was peace and protection. Hear the voice of yesterday, still shining on today. When the ancestors spoke, Jah showed the righteous way. When the ancestors spoke, the drum beat answered. When the ancestors spoke, the rivers carried the message. When the ancestors spoke, the stars bore witness, and still they speak. Through the mountains, through the valleys, through the children, through the ages. Jah Rastafari, forever and ever and ever. Oh Jah, from the birthplace of nations, from the cradle of creation, hear the drum beat carry the story across the mountains, across the oceans, across the generations. as one alone. Before the flags began to fly, before men claimed the earth and sky, the rivers sang their ancient song, teaching where we all belong. The morning sun kissed the savannah wide, and life awakened on every side. The lion roared, the eagle soared, giving praise unto the Lord. The elders gathered beneath the tree, speaking words of unity, passing wisdom hand to hand across the blessed ancient land. Birthplace of nations, mother of every tribe. Birthplace of nations, where Jah planted life. From the valleys to the sea, we're one human family. Birthplace of nations, forever guiding me. The baobab witnessed the passing years, the joys, the struggles, the hopes and fears. Yet still its roots run deep and strong, reminding us where we come from. Many roads have crossed the earth, but all remember the sacred birth. Every language, every face carry traces of Jah's grace. The wind still whispers through the plains, calling the children back again. Not to conquer, not to divide, but to walk together side by side. For the blood that flows through every vein falls like one life-giving rain. No wall can change the truth we know. From one seed all nations grow. Birthplace of nations, mother of every tribe. Birthplace of nations, where Jah planted life. From the valleys to the sea, we're one human family. Birthplace of nations, forever guiding me. Babylon teach separation, building fear between the nations, but Jah reveal a higher way, true love and truth each day. The mountains stand as a living proof, beneath one sky, beneath one roof. The stars above do not divide, nor does the ocean's mighty tide. The children dancing in the sun remind us all that we are one. Beyond the color of the skin, the light of Jah shines within. Hear the drum from distant lands, calling hearts to understand the story written long ago. In every soul, Jah's blessings flow. One earth, one people, one love, one destiny, one Father, one creation. No division, only unity. The river of life keeps rolling on, long after kingdoms come and go. Empires rise and empires fall, but Jah remains above them all. The birthplace still remembers well every story it can tell of courage, faith and dignity, the roots of our humanity. So lift your voice and proudly sing, let every nation's anthem ring. Not for power, not for fame, but to glorify Jah's name. And when the future reads our page, may wisdom guide the coming age to change upon creation. I walked through a valley in the early dawn, where the dust of the ages lingered on. The earth was silent, the sky stood still, waiting upon Jah's eternal will. Broken dreams lay scattered around, like forgotten seeds beneath the ground. But a voice from Zion called my name, saying, "Child, life shall rise again." The wind carried words from a distant place, filled with mercy, truth, and grace. And every stone and every tree bore witness to humanity in the valley of living God. Rastafari reign forever. Whoa. Forevermore. Keeper of forgotten paths, guide I through the wilderness, ancient road of truth and light. Rastafari, lead I home. Deep in the shadow of the baobab tree, an old man sat with a mystery. Lines on his face like rivers of time, guarding treasures beyond silver and dime. He said, child, many roads appear. Some are built from greed and fear, but there is a path the elders knew, where just pure light still shines through. The winds carried words from long ago, secrets only the humble know. And the earth beneath my weary feet began to pulse with the sacred beat. For every stone along the way held a lesson for another day, and every step upon the ground brought me closer to a higher sound. Keeper of forgotten paths, show me where the righteous trod. Keeper of forgotten paths, lead me closer unto Jah. Though the world may lose its way, your wisdom still remains today. Keeper of forgotten paths, guide I home again. The old roads never sought for fame, never carried a conqueror's name. They were made by humble souls, walking steadily toward their goals. Before the cities touched the sky, before the kingdoms rose so high, the people lived by sacred laws, respecting nature without pause. The rivers knew their names by heart, the mountains played their ancient part, and every child could plainly see life's bound with all humanity. But Babylon came with glittering gold, selling stories the world was told. Yet truth remained beneath the dust, waiting for those who still could trust. Keeper of forgotten paths, show me where the righteous trod. Keeper of forgotten paths, lead me closer unto Jah. Though the world may lose its way, your wisdom still remains today. Keeper of forgotten paths, guide I home again. I follow trails through hills and plains, through sunshine bright and pouring rains, and everywhere the signs appeared for those who listened and revered. The eagle circling overhead, the words the village elder said, the drumbeat calling through the night, all pointed toward Jah's light. Not every path is marked by stone, some are carried in the soul alone, written deep within the heart, where truth and courage never part. The forgotten ways are not truly gone, their spirit continues to journey on, living in each act of grace and every smile upon a face. Ancient road, still calling, ancient song, still sounding, ancient truth, still shining. Jah guide I, keep I moving. Now the children gather near to hear the wisdom they must hear. For every generation needs the strength that comes seeds he planted continue to grow. In every hand that chooses peace, the forgotten path shall never cease. For the road of love remains the same, though ages pass and times may change, and just direction still appears to faithful hearts and listening ears. The journey stretches far ahead, yet there is nothing more to dread, for the keeper's message still survives in every soul where truth resides. Keeper of forgotten paths, show me where the righteous trod. Keeper of forgotten paths, lead me closer unto Jah. Though the world may lose its way, your wisdom still remains today. Keeper of forgotten paths, guide I home again. Keeper of forgotten paths, ancient yet alive. Oh, keeper of forgotten paths, helping truth survive. Hey, keeper of forgotten paths, walking through the ages. Walking through the ages. Keeper of forgotten paths, teaching every generation. Your light still remains. Keeper of forgotten paths, the road is narrow, but the destination is glorious. Jah guide the traveler, Jah bless the journey. Rastafari forevermore. Fire on the ancient hills, burning through the longest night. Fire on the ancient hills, Jah light shining bright. Oh, Rastafari, I saw a flame upon the mountain, glowing where the old paths meet. A sacred fire still burning, where the ancestors once beat the drum beneath their feet. Through the mist of many ages, through the dust of passing kings, that fire never surrendered, still alive in simple things. In the whisper of the river, in the eagle's watchful flight, in the songs of faithful people, keeping truth alive tonight. The hills remember every story, every prayer and every tear, and the fire of Jah's presence still burns bright from year to year. Fire on the ancient hills, lighting up the earth below. Fire on the ancient hills, showing where the righteous go. Though the storms may rage around, still the flame cannot be drowned. Fire on the ancient hills, forever burning strong. Babylon built towers of illusion, trying to blind the children's eyes, selling gold instead of wisdom, teaching many foolish lies. But the fire upon the mountains cannot be bought and cannot fade, for Jah planted it in every heart before the world of greed was made. Hear the elders speak with courage, hear the youths begin to rise, carry across the forest and the sea. The fire sends its sacred message, calling all humanity. It says, remember where you come from, remember who you truly are. Children of one great creation, guided by Jah's shining star. The lions roar and thunder answer, the winds carry the holy sound, and every soul that seeks the truth will find the flame upon higher ground. No chain can hold the human spirit, no wall can stop the rising dawn. For every generation carries the fire that keeps creation strong. Burn, holy fire, burn in the hearts of the people. Burn, holy fire, burn through the struggles and trials. Oh, burn, holy fire, burn till justice covers the earth. Burn, holy fire, burn in the name of Jah. The children gather round the blaze, listening to the ancient song, learning lessons from the old ones, teaching what is right from wrong. The mountains stand as silent witnesses, watching centuries unfold. Yet the fire remains unbroken, more precious than silver and gold. When fear comes knocking at the doorway, when darkness tries to claim the land, the fire upon the ancient hills still shines by Jah's command. And long after we are gone, its light shall carry on, guiding future generations like it has done all along. Fire on the ancient hills, lighting up the earth below. Fire on the ancient hills, showing where the righteous go. Though the storms may rage around, still the flame cannot be drowned. Fire, fire on the ancient hills, forever burning strong. Fire on the ancient hills, ancient but ever new. Fire on the ancient hills, shining for me and you. Fire on the ancient hills, the drumbeat continues. Fire on the ancient hills, the truth keeps rising, Jah light shining bright. Oh, Rastafari. I saw a flame upon the mountain, glowing where the old paths meet. A sacred fire still burning where the ancestors once beat the drum beneath their feet. I saw a flame upon the mountain, glowing where the old paths meet. A sacred fire still burning where the ancestors once beat the drum beneath their feet. Through the mist of many ages, through the dust of passing kings, that fire never surrendered, still alive in simple veins. In the whisper of the river, in the Earth, remember your children. Remember the footsteps upon your side. raised beneath the sun of freedom, walking on this sacred land. The rivers taught I how to listen, the mountains taught I how to stand. The trees whispered ancient wisdom, far older than the works of man. But now the cities grow like shadows, covering fields where children play. And many hearts have lost remembrance of the promises our foreparents made. Still the earth beneath us watches, still she knows every name, holding every generation like a mother does the same. Earth remembers to the first sunrise, to the first footsteps, where humanity learned to walk. Rastafari. Before the cities touched the horizon, before the empires claimed the land, before the ships crossed mighty oceans, Jah guided life with his loving hand. Upon the plains of the ancient savannah, under the wide and endless sky, the children of creation gathered, watching the eagles soaring high. The rivers flowed with sacred purpose, the mountains stood both proud and tall, and every dawn brought fresh remembrance that Jah's blessings belong to all. No walls divided tribe from tribe, no greed had yet possessed the soul. The earth provided what was needed, and love remained the common goal, where humanity learned to walk under Jah's eternal light, where humanity learned to walk in the beauty of the morning bright. From the dust to the living breath, from the cradle unto destiny, where humanity learned to walk. One people, one family. The elders sat beneath the baobab, teaching lessons of respect, how to honor every creature and every gift that Jah protect. The drum beat echoed through the valleys like a heartbeat strong and true, binding generations together with wisdom ever fresh and new. The lion watched across the grasslands, the antelope danced with the breeze, and every living thing around them moved in sacred harmony. The stars became a map of guidance, the moon revealed the changing tide, and Jah's creation spoke in silence to every heart that listened inside, where humanity learned to walk under Jah's eternal light, where humanity learned to walk in the beauty of the morning bright. From the dust to the living breath, from the cradle unto destiny, where humanity learned to walk. One people, one family. Now Babylon has built confusion, teaching separation and fear, but the older still remembers, the truth remains forever clear. For every nation has a story, every language has a song, yet beneath the many differences, the same life force carries on. The blood that flows through every people, the tears and laughter we all share, remind us of the ancient pathway that began beneath Jah's care. So let the children know their roots, let them know where they belong, for a tree can only flourish when its roots remain strong. Remember the first footsteps, remember the first sunrise, remember the first drum beat, remember the first prayer. Jah was there, Jah is here, Jah forever shall be. The rivers still sing the old melodies, the mountains still guard the way, the winds still carry ancient messages for those who choose to hear today. The cradle of humanity remains, hearts of people, where seeds of unity can grow. Let every child of every nation lift their eyes and clearly see. We are branches of one great tree, rooted in humanity. And when the journey reaches tomorrow, may wisdom light the road ahead. For the lessons of the beginning still guide the living from the dead, where humanity learns to walk under Jah's eternal light, where humanity learns to walk in the beauty of the morning bright. From the dust to the living breath, from the cradle unto destiny, where humanity learns to walk. One people, one family, where humanity learns to walk. The story still goes on, where humanity learns to walk. From the first dawn to every dawn, where humanity learned to walk. The earth remembers, the earth remembers, the rivers remembers, where humanity learned to walk. The ancestors remember, and Jah remembers. One people, one love, one creation, from the beginning until forever. Rastafari. Can you hear them calling? Through the wind, through the rivers, through the ages. The voice of the first mothers, still singing, still guiding. Jah bless the daughters of creation. Before the kings wore crowns of glory, before the warriors rode to fame, there were mothers by the fireside, teaching every child Jah's name. They carried life beneath their heartbeat, they carried hope through drought and rain. They held the future in their arms and soothed the world through joy and pain. They sang beside the flowing rivers, they worked beneath the golden sun, planting seeds for generations, long before the race was run. The stars above became their lanterns, the earth beneath became their floor. And every lesson that they offered opened wisdom's sacred door. Voice of the first mothers echo through the years. Voice of the first mothers, stronger than our fears. From the cradle of creation to every land and shore, voice of the first mothers, guide us evermore. The baobab remembers clearly the stories carried on the breeze of women gathered in the evening, sharing knowledge beneath the trees. They taught compassion over anger, they taught patience over pride. They taught that every soul has value, and Jah walks closely by our side. When hunger came, they shared their harvest. When sorrow came, they shared their song. And through their courage and endurance, the people learned to carry on. No monument of stone was needed, no palace built to prove their worth. For their legacy was living in every child upon the earth. evermore. Now Babylon praises power and measures greatness by control, but the mothers knew a deeper wisdom, the healing of the human soul. They knew the strength of gentle kindness, they knew the power of humble hands. They knew that love can build a future stronger than the mightiest plans. Across the deserts and the oceans, across the mountains and the plains, their teachings travel through the bloodline, flowing like life-giving rain. And every daughter, every mother, every sister standing strong carries sparks of ancient fire, keeping the sacred flame along. Hear them singing in the morning breeze, hear them whispering through the ancient trees, hear them calling to every generation. Walk with love, walk with wisdom, walk with Jahna. The world still needs their sacred message, the world still needs their guiding light, to lift the weak and feed the hungry, to stand for justice and for right. The first mothers left no armies, no throne of silver, gold or stone, yet their influence shaped the future far beyond what could be known. For every child who learns compassion, for every hand that helps another, the voice continues through the ages, the everlasting song of mother. And when tomorrow greets the sunrise, their spirit still shall remain, like rivers flowing to the ocean, like flowers blooming after rain. Voice of the first mothers, echo through the years. Voice of the first mothers, stronger than our fears. From the cradle of creation to every land and shore, oh yeah. Voice of the first mothers, guide us evermore, oh yeah. Voice of the first mothers, ancient, wise and true. Voice of the first mothers, still living in me and you. Voice of the first mothers, keeper of compassion. Voice of the first mothers, teacher of generations. Still singing, still guiding, still shining through every daughter, to every family, to every nation. Jah bless the daughters of creation. Before the kings wore crowns of glory, before the warriors rode to fame, there were mothers by the fireside, teaching every child Jah's name. They carried life beneath their heartbeat, they carried hope through drought and rain. They held a future in their arms and soothed the world through joy and pain. They sang beside the flowing rivers, they worked beneath the golden sun, planting seeds for generations long before the race was run. The stars above became their lanterns, the earth beneath became their floor, and every lesson that they offered opened wisdom's sacred door. Voice of the first mothers, echo through the years. Voice of the first mothers, stronger than our fears. From the cradle of creation, oh Jah, before time had an end, before kings had a throne, there was a covenant written in the breath of creation. in I and I heart. In the silence before the thunder, when the earth was young and still, Jah spoke without a language, and the universe bowed to will. No paper held the ancient promise, no stone could lock it in. Yet every river bears its memory, written deep beneath the skin. The sun was given charge of morning, the moon to rule the peaceful night. The stars were placed as witnesses to guard the balance of the light. And every living soul was crafted from the same eternal flame, bound together in creation, all bearing Jah holy name. The covenant of creation, written in the sky. The covenant of creation cannot fade or die. One earth, one spirit, one design. In every heart it shines. The covenant of creation, just seal it in I and I. The mountains hold the ancient silence, the rivers sing the same refrain. The forest knows no separation between its joy and every pain. The lion and the gentle antelope share the same first breath of life, bound within the sacred balance, beyond all struggle and all strife. But man forgets the holy promise, draws his borders in the sand, forgets that all creation started from the work of Jah's own hand. Yet still the covenant is living in every seed that breaks the ground, in every act of love and justice, in every righteous healing sound. The covenant of creation, written in the sky. The covenant of creation cannot fade or die. One earth, one spirit, one design. In every heart it shines. The covenant of creation, just seal it in I and I. Babylon may build confusion with systems made of fear and greed, but the earth still speaks in silence and plants the truth within the seed. The wind still carries sacred messages across the deserts and the seas, reminding every wandering nation of unity and harmony. For no chain can bind the essence, no empire can rewrite the soul, when Jah's original intention is guiding every living road. The covenant is not forgotten, it breathes within the human frame, a spark the sky. The covenant of creation cannot fade or die. One earth, one spirit, one design. One design. In every heart it shines. The covenant of creation, just seal it in I and I. The covenant of creation, ancient yet alive. The covenant of creation, forever shall survive. The covenant of creation, carried by the wind. The covenant of creation, beating in the heart, from the beginning until forever. Jah, 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 Jah. Rastafari, Jah, Jah. Seal it in I and I heart. In the silence before the thunder, when the earth was young and still, Jah spoke without a language, and the universe bowed to will. No paper held the ancient promise, no stone could lock it in. Yet every river bears its memory, written deep beneath the skin. The sun was given charge of morning, the moon to rule the peaceful night. The stars were placed as witnesses to guard the balance of the light. And every living soul was crafted from the same eternal flame, bound together. Oh, Jah. Mountains older than time, still standing, still watching, still praising Rastafari. Guide I through the heights. Whoa, I climb where the wind speaks slowly, where the sky meets ancient stone, where silence feels like a sermon, and the earth speaks to the bone. No clock could mark these moments, no empire claimed this land. Only Jah and his creation, moving gently hand in hand. The peaks remember every sunrise, every tear the clouds have cried, and the valleys keep the secrets of the world that passed them by. The air is thick with memory of a time before control, when the mountains were the teachers and they nurtured every soul. Mountains older than time, standing in Jahna. becomes a messenger, carrying truth through every pass. And the mountains keep on whispering, you are spirit, not just months. The world may shift like ocean tides, but their presence stays the same. A reminder to the wanderer of Jah's eternal flame. Stand still. Listen, the mountains are speaking, old as creation, strong as truth, silent but alive. Jah voice in stone, so I bow before their presence, not in fear but in respect. For they show me what is lasting and what time cannot infect. They teach that strength is silence, that greatness does not shout, that the deepest form of wisdom needs no crown or royal clout. And when my journey ends someday and my footsteps fade away, may I rise like those mountains in Jah's presence where I stay. For nothing built in ego can outlast the ancient ground, but truth like living mountains forever will be found. Mountains older than time, standing in Jah light. Mountains older than time, guarding day and night. From the earth they rise so high, touching truth within the sky. Mountains older than time, never fade or die. Mountains older than time, witness to creation. Mountains older than time, keeper of salvation. Oh Jah, mountains older than time, mountains older than time, still standing, still stand, still standing, still standing, still standing, still standing. Oh Jah, mountains older than time, still standing, still standing, still praising. Rastafari, guide I through the heights. I climb where the wind speaks slowly, where the sky meets ancient stone, where silence feels like a sermon and the earth speaks to the bone. No clock could mark these moments, no empire claimed this land. Holy Jah and his creation, moving gently hand in hand. The peaks remember every sunrise, every tear the clouds have cried, and the valleys keep the secrets of the world that passed them by. The air is thick with memory of a time before control, when the mountains were the teachers and they nurture every soul. Mountains older than time, standing in Jah light. Mountains older than time, guarding day and night. From the oh Jah, right up on the morning light, ancient sun, ancient truth, messenger riding through the sky. Rastafari, shine up on I and I. Yeah. Before the calendar was written, before the nations learned to name, there was a fire in the heavens, calling everything the same. The sun was born a holy It touched the mountains with its flame, and every living thing that felt it. New creation had no shame, awake beneath its golden message, streaming through the morning air. A voice that needs no translation, telling me Jah is everywhere. Messenger of the ancient sun, shining over everyone. Messenger of the ancient sun, Jah light has just begun. From the east it comes again, healing earth and healing men. Messenger of the ancient sun, forever burning strong. Babylon built under shadow, trying to hide the sacred truth, but no structure can contain it. Not the elder, not the youth, for the sun knows every secret, every deed beneath the sky. Nothing hidden from its wisdom, nothing lost will ever die. He touches cities full of sorrow, he touches fields of broken ground, and wherever there is suffering, healing rays are scattered around. The ancestors call it a witness to the covenant of life, a reminder that creation must be free from endless strife. Messenger of the ancient sun, shining over everyone. Messenger of the ancient sun, Jah light has just begun. From the east it comes again, healing earth and healing men. Messenger of the ancient sun, forever burning strong. Yeah. Lie, aye, 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 aye. The lion walks in golden sunrise, the eagle bathes in morning fire. Every creature feels the blessing of the sun's eternal choir. It is not just heat and daylight, it is message, it is sign that creation moves in order through a perfect grand design. Even when the night surrounds us and the darkness takes its throne, still the sun is never absent. It prepares to rise alone, and every dawn is a revelation, a reminder to the soul that God's light is everlasting and forever makes us whole. Rise up, children of the morning. Rise up, children of the light. No darkness can defeat it, no shadow can remain. The sun is Jah messenger, calling us again. So I walk in its reflection, let it guide my every step, learning truth from every sunrise, that creation has not slept. For the message never weakens, it is constant, pure and true, carried through the generations, for the chosen and the few. And when my journey reaches ending and my earthly sight is done, may I rise into the message of the everlasting sun. For I and I are its reflection, born of flame and holy breath, guided by the ancient wisdom that will never bow to death. Messenger an eternal flame. Oh Jah, sound the drum, call the people home from every valley, from every shore. The gathering has begun. Rastafari, I hear the drum in distant mountains, I hear it roll across the plain, calling sons and calling daughters, calling through the fire and rain. From the north and from the southland, from the east and western sea, every soul begins to answer to the call of unity. The fire burns at sacred center, where the elders speak the truth, passing wisdom through the ages to the heart of every youth. No longer scattered like the shadows, no longer lost in endless night. The tribes are moving like a river toward the morning of the light. The gathering of tribes under Jah creation. The gathering of tribes, one human nation. Hear the drum and hear the call, no division stands at all. The gathering of tribes, Jah unite us all. Babylon tried to divide us, put borders on the sacred earth, but the blood remembers clearly the place of ancient birth. For every language is a river flowing back into the sea, and every culture is a branch from the tree of unity. The eagle circles overhead, the lion answers with a roar, as the scattered ones are rising to return forevermore. The wind carries every story of the journeys we have made, and the earth itself rejoices as the debts of fear are paid. The gathering of tribes under Jah creation. The gathering of tribes, one human nation. Hear the drum and hear the call, no division stands at all. The gathering of tribes, Jah unite us all. From the deserts come the wanderers, from the forests come the wise, from the islands come the singers with truth reflected in their eyes. They bring songs of liberation, they bring stories of the free, they bring knowledge of the ancients and the law of harmony. The elders light the sacred fire, and the circle is complete as the footsteps of the nations find the rhythm of the beat. No crown of gold divides the people, no empire holds the soul, for Jah has written in the spirit the only lasting goal. Gather, children of creation, gather, sons and daughters all, gather. Let the trumpet sound, Jah is calling, stand and rise. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The night begins to lose its power as the gathering takes takes its form. Every heart begins to awaken, every soul reborn. The old divisions start to crumble like dust beneath the rain. And what was broken now is mended by love that breaks every chain. We walk together toward the sunrise, no one left behind or lost. For unity is the true message, and love is worth the cost. And in this sacred congregation, every tribe becomes the same, bound together in the spirit of Jah, everlasting flame. The gathering of tribes under Jah creation, the gathering of tribes, one human nation. Oh, hear the drum and hear the call, no division stands at all. The gathering of tribes, Jah unite us all. The gathering of tribes, ancients and divine. The gathering of tribes, forever intertwined. Oh, the gathering of tribes, the circle is complete. The gathering of tribes, the fire still burns. The gathering of tribes, Jah presence is here. From every land, from every people, from every heart, one creation, one love, one destiny. Rastafari forever. Before the flags were raised, before the names were spoken, there was unity, one creation, one breath, one love. Rastafari, in the beginning of the story, before division took its name, all the earth was one horizon, all the hearts were still the same. The rivers did not know a border, the winds did not know a wall. Every creature moved in harmony, answering creation's call. The sun rose over every people without choosing who to shine, and the rain fell just the same way on every land, every line. There was no word for separation, no need to conquer or divide, only Jah's eternal order flowing deep on every side. Jah made all nations one, underneath the rising sun. Jah made all nations one, until the journey is done. One earth, one spirit, one flame, all creation bears his name. Jah made all nations one, forever we remain. Babylon builds its confusion, drawing lines across the earth, forgetting every soul was present at the moment of rebirth. They taught the children separation, they taught fear and bitter pride, but Jah's truth still lives inside us, like a river deep and wide. For every tribe and every language is a branch from one great tree, and every song across the nation speaks of ancient unity. No crown can own the living planet, no man can claim the sky, for Jah alone alone is true creator, and his law will never die. Jah made all nations one, underneath the rising sun. Jah made all nations one, until the journey is done. One earth, one spirit, one flame, all creation bears his name. Jah made all nations one, forever we remain. Sees no human border, the ocean knows no property, the mountains stand beyond division, guarding ancient unity. And in the heart of every nation, there is still a sacred sea, waiting for the light of wisdom, waiting to be free indeed. The voice of truth is never silent, it speaks in every rising dawn, reminding all creation clearly that separation is long gone. So let the chains of mind be broken, let the walls of fear fall down, for Jah's origin and intention is love that circles all around. One heart, one people, one earth, one spirit, no division. Only creation. Jah law is love. When children ask about tomorrow, what story will we say? Will we speak of fear and borders, or unity that lights the way? The answer lies in how we walk here, in every act of peace we do, for every step toward compassion makes the ancient truth come true. Jah never made a separation, man created every line, but in the breath of life eternal, all creation is divine. So lift your voice across the nation, let the message rise as one, for Jah made all nations equal, underneath the rising sun. Jah made all nations one, underneath the rising sun. Jah made all nations one, until the journey is done. One earth, one spirit, one flame, all creation bears his name. Jah made all nations one, forever we remain. Jah made all nations one, no borders in his plan. Jah made all nations one, one earth, one love, one man. Jah made all nations one, before time began. Jah made all nations one, and still it remains. Jah made all nations one, carried by the wind, through every tribe, through every tongue, through every eye. One creation, one love, one destiny.